Hello guys and welcome back to King Aegon II's War of the Conquest. In the last episode, we got started on our little royal progress that we're currently going on, and perhaps more importantly, we had to watch as, well, a civil war broke out in the east. So the end of the Royce Rebellion happened, and as you can see here, there's new lords there. So Lady Dandia Royce now lives. Lynn Royce and his son Otho orchestrated the revolt. Lynn was killed in the war, his son sent to the Night's Watch for his crimes apparently, and his daughter has been allowed to rule Strongsong, Runestone, and the High Lordship of Strongsong, but they've lost control of the Lordship of Runestone. So that's made them a little weaker. Looks like the Vale couldn't take too much more from them, which is a shame. Aside from that, we've just been navigating kind of political turmoil a bit, handling the independence factions, which have been troubling to say the least. And yeah, now we're on our progress, so let's quickly get going. After many days of feasting, of talking, it is time for you to leave your host and to move on to your next destination on your royal progress. We travel onwards, so we just finished our first trip to Storm's End. Your Grace, your entourage is awaiting your instruction to our next destination on the royal progress. Know that, and of course, as we planned out, we're going to Sunspear next. My liege, I believe one of your vassals can be discouraged from associating with conspirational factions. And you're talking to me about Robin Stark. He does lead the independence movement. He's the only Lord Paramount there. So let's pay him a visit on my dragon. No, we can't quite do that because we're on a progress, huh? So I suppose we'll just obligate him with legalism. Lionel Langward has been a leal-enabled servant. He has, and I will definitely arrange him a reward. Your Grace, sir, on behalf of the bank, to express the consternation at the actions of your bannerman, Lord Paramount Ulf Harlaw. They have failed to pay the due interest on a loan, and I urge you to take appropriate action. Signed, Sir Andrew Waxley. Okay, placate him with smooth words. And Bonina Darius has died, my good friend, at age 60. Honored King, thank you for reminding me of my duties and obligations as your vassal. You are right, of course. For the foreseeable future, you have my promise not to support factions conspiring against you. Signed, Lord Robin Stark of the North. Very good. So that's pretty much collapsed the independence faction. Yeah, it has, in fact. Even Lord Valerian has quickly ducked out with no Lord Paramounts there. There's only one, though, in the Crown Loyalists, which isn't great. But we've pretty much snuffed out any chance of rebellion. Everyone likes me. After days of travel, you and your enormous entourage of lords, knights, and camp followers are nearing Sunspear. You start by making yourself known to the common small folk of the area, dispensing justice in minor disputes. Word has spread through the area, and the small folk and Lady Paramount Dicella Martell are most pleased with your efforts. Now I want to see Lady Paramount Dicella. After many days traveling through the warm desert, you and your entourage have made it to Sunspear. The knights guarding the gates hail your coming and allow you entry. The castle of the Lady Paramount overlooks much of the surrounding cliff. It has impressive towers and a curtain wall that surrounds the castle. The walls have robust gates and portcullises. Behind the walls, you find vaulted halls, covered bridges, barracks, dungeons, granaries, kennels, and stables. A guard of honor welcomes you as you enter the castle. Knights and lords in their finest attires stand in line to salute you, and countless Targaryen banners adorn the castle with the words Fire and Blood also emblazoned on large banners. Lady Paramount Dicella heartily welcomes you, and you warmly discuss altruism and the value of everyday kindness as you enter. What an interesting place, so we're both kind and we discuss altruism. And of course, I forgot, we're visiting our kinsman Aegon. Oh, he's apparently in Mantares. Well, we're visiting his daughter, who's half Targaryen, and his wife. Whilst I was walking down one of the streets of Sunspear, I took a wrong turn, stumbled into a local brothel. The numerous salt Dornish beauties that reside here do look quite enticing. I'm here now, may as well have my fun. He's not the kind to do that. Very much in love so far with his young queen, so I will not lower myself to that level. I'm obviously chaste. Margate Harder has used her attendance at the feast to present a petition. She claims Septon Farrell had her kinsman murdered. Septon accused of murder. And he did. Huh. Yeah, you must be arrested. He's managed to flee to the Night's Watch. Or to the Wall, I suppose, not necessarily the Night's Watch. Can I put either of you on trial? No. Can I just execute you? No. One of your vassals can be discouraged from conspirational factions. I'm not going to do... Nope. I meant to just... Click will do nothing for now. Sorry. After many days of feasting, of talking, it's time for you to leave. We'll travel onwards and go to the next place. Well, she has listened nonetheless. Good. That was Lady Marjorie Boggs. And now we go to Highgarden. There's a plot here. Why am I not surprised? Will you end this plot? You will not, because of a... Oh, I have... Sorry, he would be willing to, but I don't have enough of a advantage in power. I thought lack of power was why he wouldn't do it. But it's actually in favor for him to end the plot, if that makes any sense. Visit him on tour. Lord Gardner has been most annoying. All Gardeners really have. We've had this kind of thing in the series so far with them. Just being kind of troublemakers, really, and not accepting the new status quo. Your Grace, I'm pleased to report the majority of the population in Little Sister has been converted. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, they'll understand eventually. After a long journey, you and your enormous entourage of lords and knights, I think I've read this exact same line. I think it's the same one. So now on to see Lady Paramount Jeremy Gardner. Lord Paramount, sorry. As I wandered through the streets, I overheard some local traders talking with each other about setting up a trade route to King's Landing. It would be most beneficial to me if I could aid them in starting the trade route and take a cut of the profits. I may be able to negotiate some good trade deals. Let's see, 50% chance of success or of not. Merchants get frustrated and mutter something in the common tongue. While you don't catch the phrase... Why don't I catch the Oh, okay. I just didn't hear it. And while you don't catch the phrase used, you are sure it wasn't flattering. Needless to say, the deal failed. They wouldn't know a good offer if it hit him in the face. Oh, look at this. Highgarden. Meraxes lets out a great roar to announce your arrival as you fly over Highgarden. Down below, you see small folk and knights alike staring in amazement as you land in the middle of the palace. The stink and the warm air as you enter the palace is unmistakable. Death. Disease is ravaging Highgarden, with small folk barely clinging to life seen wherever you go. Bodies are already being buried in mass graves or are being burnt. Reports are that even lords are not escaping the mass sickness. You rush hurriedly through this all to the palace of Lord Paramount. You finally enter Lord Jeremy Gardner's palace and are welcomed by the Castellan and a party of knights. You are escorted to Lord Paramount Jeremy, who courteously grants you bread, water, and shelter. You in turn thank his lordship and ask after his health. How marvelous. So, as we know, there is a pox, I believe? Yeah, afflicting both the West and the Reach. So, that's what that was in reference to. The feast, Priscilla cut the throat of one of their servants. Who are you? Who's Priscilla? Vaemond Worm Seahorse's wife. His second wife, not the mother of Aegon. Because that was Rael. Mother of Aegon's half-sister, Roel. You probably have to be in prison, don't you? I'd say so. You cut a man's throat. Yeah, let's do that. Didn't get just or anything, but that's still something I had to do. After many days of feasting, of talking, it's time for you to leave. We travel onwards. I'll be merciful. He's too kind for his own good sometimes, Aegon. Now it's time for the next part. We visit Castamere, which is also afflicted by plague. Did the pox start here? In Pebbleton. Oh, so it's already finishing because it's... Yeah, it's not in Pebbleton anymore. So here's what I'll do. We'll actually go... Ruin's kind of our route if we go to Riverrun first. I was thinking we go here, then there. But it's like a way off target kind of thing. So let's just go to Castamere. Sure, we won't catch the pox. You know, I could try to imprison one of these. Just to get a title for one of my lords. Lord Lionel the... Are you trying to kill Langward? I would ask that you stop that. Don't know who that is, so feel free. Kill Lord... What is it with all these people? Stop it. Okay, so they've improved my relations with Jeremy Gardner, it seems. Good job, Robin. the Hand of the King has managed to improve my relations with him. Oh. My liege, peace be with you. Your demand is just. My scheming was obviously misdirected. I hope you'll find it in you to forgive me. That's another one who has accepted ending the plots. After days of travel, you and your enormous... We talked about this. Harston Smallwood. I want to see Lord Harston. He very much likes me. Castamere. The captain raises the sails of the ship as the ship drifts into the Castamere docks and makes berth at one of the piers. The warm harbor side is busy with small folk and merchants going about their business. You can't help but notice armed knights roam amongst them. The stink in the warm air as you enter the castle is unmistakable. Death. Disease is ravaging Castamere, yada yada yada. We've just read this. And are given a befitting welcome by Lord Paramount Harston and a large party of knights and lords. Harston enthusiastically shakes your hand, asks after your wife, and offers you brown ale, for which he invites you to a large feast in your honor. What an interesting place. So it appears we took the ship here, and Lord Harston's wife, the young gardener girl, has actually caught the pox and is bedridden during our visit. So that's not good. Orbit Moreland uses attendance. Present a petition. About what? What is your petition for? Doesn't seem like you're actually petitioning for anything, so I'm just going to say no. And he's died the next day. He was a crazy drunkard, it seems. After many days of talking, yada yada. Okay, yeah. Read that. Sorry. Next place, we'll go here. Let's have a look at the stepstones. Rust II is actually expanded finally and taken Bloodstone. I might have to ruin that throne for you because I'm very much considering invading the stepstones. Your Grace, your entourage is waiting your instruction as to our next destination on the Royal Progress. Didn't I just direct us to Riverrun? Oh, I just did that. Am I crazy? Oh no! Oh no! Oh god, I didn't... I just gave him royal privilege, didn't I? Okay, whatever. Here's Sorry if I screamed a bit loud. But I was really surprised because, well, evidently I clicked the wrong button and did not notice it. So here's what I'll do. I'll finish the royal progress and then I'll revoke his royal privilege and he'll be a little mad at me. Yeah, it'll be like the 1 month that Edmund was king of the Trident, I guess. I don't know. Damn it. Why did my council let me do that? But yeah, as I was saying, oh, Catelyn's died, so there's another one of my friends. Lost a couple already, but I still have quite a couple. You march through the area, yada yada, making sure the small folk know their king. They are wary, but the small folk welcome you. Now I want to see Lord Paramount Edmund. Meraxes. As you fly over Riverrun, down below you see small folk and knights alike staring in amazement as you land in the middle of the palace. Palace seems to be struggling. Set in foggy plains, you see famished and desperate small folk as you walk through Riverrun. The markets and inns are sparsely frequented, and crime and banditry seem rife. House Tully do not seem to be governing well here. And that's because of the incompetent ruler trait, I presume. Guard of Honor welcomes you as you enter the palace. Knights and lords in their finest attire stand in line to salute you, and countless Targaryen banners adorn the palace. King Edmund Tully heartily welcomes you, and you warmly discuss the landscape of the Iron Throne, and particularly around King's Landing as you enter. Lord Paramount Edmund. Fascinating. As you walk through the streets, you come across a group of small folk. I'll give them some gold. Yeah, why not? Two courtiers have brought a dispute before you. The inheritance of a small property in Riverrun is unclear, and Lord Hagencod and Manissa Ryger both claim it as theirs. It's left to you to settle who shall be declared the heir to this land. Okay, so Hagen over here seems to be... Is that his neck? Is he backwards? Why is he backwards? I don't understand that. And Manissa Ryger, the wife of the king, Or the Lord Paramount, sorry, damn it. Aegon, I'm gonna go with the Lady Paramount here. Can't quite see your face. That's really off-putting to me. She is honest also. You are a little cruel, maybe. Although she is arbitrary, and he is just. Still, found in favor of Manissa. Caleria Orm has used her attendance of the Feast and River Run to present a petition. Winifred Mooten had her kinsman Delena Hastwick murdered. And she did. Must be arrested. Very good. Travel onwards to our last spot. Let her rot for now. Which will be this, the Eyrie, and I'll make sure I don't grant royal privilege this time. Visit on tour. Okay, perfect. So we visit the Eyrie, coming off its big rebellion. For some time now I've been in the employ of Lord Paramount Robin, so Royce Mormont wants to join my court. Let's take him, why not? I think we could do with a good Mormont. I usually don't take those people, so this is nice. But he's a Mormont. He's cool. We'll get him married straight away to a... well, I was looking for a minimally high-born woman here. Here's a Mertens who's strong. She seems like a good marriage for you. Oh, you have a lover. Okay. Well, he's a craven, but I just wanted him to kind of be a man-at-arms for me, as it were. Maybe a commander, because obviously the boar seems to be getting up in age, and our good friend Jeresso and the likes are all aging as well. Jaceres is actually come of age. I have to check that in a second. You have a dragon, that's right. That's why you're there. You do not, however, so that can go to Royce Mormont. But let's have a look at my cousin, Jaceres Targaryen. He has ended up a dutiful commander, poor fighter, dragon rider, sturdy, arbitrary, envious, selfish, deceitful, and lustful. He seems lovely. Like a great guy. Wow, he's kind of, Aegon the Fourth, huh? He is just bad. He's got his dragon Quicksilver, too. Shy, but fertile. Do you have any dragon eggs? No, just the weapon. Okay, interesting. He's obviously very important to the royal line right now. Second in line to the throne. After days of travel, you and your enormous entourage of lords, soldiers, and camp followers are nearing the Eyrie. Lord Paramount Willem was most pleased with your efforts. Now I want to see Willem Arryn. Sorry, I meant third in line, by the way, by Jaceres. Forgot my brother had a daughter, didn't he? Yeah. The Eyrie. Meraxes lets out a great roar. We've read this. Castle of the Lord Paramount overlooks much of the surrounding peak. It has impressive towers and a curtain wall that surrounds the castle. Walls of robust gates and portcullises. Behind the walls you find vaulted halls, covered bridges, barracks, dungeons, granaries, kennels, and stables. You are welcomed by the Castellan party knights. You are escorted to Willem, who courteously grants you bread, water, and shelter. You in turn thank his lordship and ask after his friends. What an interesting place. Yes, I believe it's our first visit to the Eyrie. Minor merchant from the Eyrie is present at the feast and has taken the opportunity to bring a petition before you. Said that Sir Yorwick Breakstone owes him a debt that has gone unpaid, while Sir Yorwick himself claims that the debt is no longer valid and urges you to declare the debt cancelled. Sorry if I'm stuttering a bit tonight, guys. Don't know what's going on. I'm at a loss for words, it appears. Yorwick is saying the debt is no longer valid. I'm going to say the debt stands. The merchant must be paid. Seems like you're just trying to weasel your way out of paying money. He's the Master-at-Arms of the Vale, though, and a really talented warrior. There's Royce's marriage to the Mertens girl. Sir Hubert Spur has used his attendance to the feast to present a petition for justice. Claims that Brienne Harding made an attempt on his life. Did you? It would appear you did. You must be arrested, then. And she has fled. Let her cower in fear. It's time for you to leave your host and finish your royal progress. We'll be back to King's Landing upon the morrow, so it seems we finished our royal progress, this time properly. New Lord Commander on the wall, Titus Mallory. He is a ranger somehow. I would have guessed he was a steward or something, because he doesn't seem particular ranger material, but it appears he is. Lord Commander of the Wall. Diplomat. First we've seen in a while to be diplomatically leaning. I'm gonna cut away really quick, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, back. Just checking on something. Yeah, Titus Mallory seems to be the first diplomatically leaning Lord Commander in a while. This guy was a steward. Obviously, that was the Lannister guy. Kind of usurped the wall for a little bit. But yeah, everyone else has been commanders, pretty much. So that's cool. There's a king beyond the wall as well, King Rory Widowmaker. Skilled fighter and brave, a brilliant commander. He seems like a fierce wildling. He's invading the Upper Frostfangs right now with 7,000 men. He has a lot of levies. Ooh. He could be dangerous. Probably the first real threat from a king beyond the wall. Haven't had any major ones. I think one guy... God, I do not remember what's going on in this series. I believe one guy took the wall really shortly, and I immediately took it back, and that's how the Lannister situation is formed. I might just be really wrong on that, but I believe so. I feel like I'm confusing series at this point. Valve Crow Killer doesn't have enough men. Yeah, he's gonna lose. Cool, so we're gonna have a really powerful king beyond the wall. When do I return? Do I have to manually return, or do I just... Oh, here it is. Your royal progress has come to an end after visiting many of your vassals and having made the small folk of your realm know your rule. You finally returned to King's Landing. What an amazing journey. Good. That has ended the regency, and immediately... I'm gonna have to revoke that. Tyranny? Oh, come on. Oh, boy. This is problem with misclicking in this game, guys. It is really ruthless to you. Can I imprison him for any... No, I can't. Okay, so since I'm unwilling to take the tyranny, I just don't want to. I suppose I can. It's just that I was trying to rally the realm for war. Oh, boy. We'll just say that while Aegon was away on the tour, Robin was in charge, and obviously being the kind of arbitrary man he is, he granted royal privilege to the Riverlands because he is a riverman himself. Still holds himself to those roots. And I'm obviously very angry at Robin, but I'm not going to replace him or anything because this is just me making a story to make up for my own mistake. Oh boy, I'm going to have to do it, won't I? Okay, how much tyranny is this? 10. He won't like me a bit, but that's fine. Okay. Lord Paramount. 10 tyranny. Tyrant. Okay, people don't like that. That's fine. Reputation repaired. Pretty good. Okay. Yeah, everyone still likes me, even with the tyranny. So that's good. Because before this episode ends, I want to get our invasion of the Stepstones started. It would appear King Russ is fighting a war with Bloodstone to liberate a captive from his only vassal. Okay. So while he's doing that, we're going to invade Sunstone. I think this is the first place we need to take, because if we're planning on taking all of the Stepstones, we need to get rid of this faux king that they have, you know? It's a false king of the Stepstones, because we're going to institute our own Lord Paramount here. So we need to take down Russ, first of all. Dragon Conquest might be the best way for it. Huh. We could give it to Prince Russ, the treacherous. How are you, Prince? Oh, son of the King of the Stepstones, who was defeated by the other Russ. Okay, that's right. Forgot there were 2 Russes in charge. But, yeah, we're gonna Dragon Conquest this. They'll surely honor their obligations. And at the same time... Oh, I can't take Bloodstone at the same time. Damn. So, we'll just do Sunstone because I want to do Bloodstone after. I probably just can't because they're in a war against Sunstone. So it should be a quick war. call upon our levies. And this will just be kind of the coastal ones who are going to be called into war. In fact, let's hold on that a second, because I want everyone pretty much about there. You guys are good. You guys can go there. You can cancel. You can cancel, sorry. Okay. Go there. No, come on. Oh, I don't have enough. Stupid. Yeah, sorry. And I'll get the Men of Dragonstone, so we can have at least a little portion of the Targaryen forces here. All of you guys can be put down. You as well. And I'm really just bringing these kind of coastal men, which should be around, 15,000. That's more than enough. So Lord Smallwood, my brother-in-law, has joined us, as has Lord Gardner, Jeremy the Young, Lady Desella of Dorne, Lord Edmund of the Riverlands, Lord Stark, Lord Arryn, Lord Harlaw, who is incapable in his region actually rules, so my Master-at-Laws might be called on to rule in the Iron Isles very soon. Are you the only one who didn't join me? Lady Eliana? Would appear so. Not only has Lord Paramount Harston Smallwood chosen to support me in the war against King Russ, he has pledged eternal loyalty to House Targaryen on behalf of House Smallwood. I'm grateful for your loyalty, my lord. Indeed. Just get everyone... Oh, you can't. You can stay here, because we're going to bring them a little bit closer in a little while. Is this what I think it is? Oh no, it's the advisor. I thought the Master-at-Laws already was recalled because Lord Harlaw died. Fear not, we need a new advisor. Oh, this is for the Lord Paramount though, so we don't need to replace that as of yet. Let's just get you all going. Your mission has been a success. Okay, but I want you to repair my reputation now, because people seem to think I'm a tyrant for whatever reason. Elmo tried to imprison, and he failed. There's a rebellion. Okay. To save again. And let's get our men ready. 17,000. They will be led by Aegon the Dragon. And with us on the war, I think we'll take Sir Mace Borley, leading one of our flanks. And who else should we take? Roger Rain, I'd like him protecting me. So maybe my cousin Jacaerys leading the other flank. Or the commander of the Gold Cloaks, my grandfather Jacaerys. He has a larger dragon, I believe. We'll take our cousin with us. Yeah, just kind of like a very small war to prove ourselves. There's an army of Bloodstone down here in Grey Gallows for whatever reason. Lyssa Valerian arrived in my court. What happened? Just cause. Okay. Sunstone's already under siege. Russ of the Stepstones is there. So we're just gonna land and attack his forces. We'll take a little bit of a debuff just from fighting him off disembarking, but it should be fine. Ooh, it has happened. So Ulf the Mad died after succumbing basically to the pox. He beat it in his late days, but he was still left bedridden by it and ultimately died. His son, my good friend and Master of Laws, Adrak Harlaw, has taken the Iron Isles, and he's of the faith of the Seven, so that's an interesting kind of thing going on in the Isles now. They all seem to like him nonetheless, despite him being of a foreign religion. because he's a member of the Old Way. Do plan on making him master of laws still when the war is over. But first to beat the Farwinds. Oh, and it seems in the battle, Theon, one of the commanders of King Russ of the Stepstones, was killed in personal combat by Samuel Manwoody of the Kingsguard. Good job. He's become a craven, though, which is very much a shame. We've taken Bloodstone, whatever good it will do us. We'll capture Lord Miro. Probably just ransom him before we declare war, because we can't declare war on him as long as we have him captured. He doesn't have a gold for it, so we might just execute the Lord of Bloodstone. Yeah, I suppose he is a pirate, so we'll execute him for piracy. There you go. Didn't have any plans for him. And, I am absolutely the leader of the siege. Can we just assault? We're losing a lot to attrition. Dragon Dragox is a ravenous beast. She regularly roams the lands of King's Landing, gorging on the livestock. Over them vague promises and apologies. Yeah, there it is. We've won. Obviously, this was never going to be a very difficult war. But we'll... Who's taken Russ? Did I? No, Adrak. Can I command you to give him to me? Adrak. Give me important prisoners. Come on. He is the leader of the war. I want him in my dungeons. Okay. It appears the Lord of the Isles has taken the Ironborn King of the Stepstones himself. Guess that's cool. Oh, he's a king, huh? Is he gonna be the Lord Paramount I have to have? 'Cause I really don't want him as Lord Paramount. Oh, no. Okay, well, it would appear, as we've won, that King Russ will remain the Lord Paramount of the Stepstones. And I suppose that's fine. He was the first Westerosi to seek out the Stepstones, and he is familiar with them, so we'll basically give him the power of it. Can I... Not this. I basically just want to lower his power. Why is he a king? It's not my call. No, it isn't. I suppose the event will probably show up soon. Expand you. I humbly ask that you intervene on my behalf against Sir Olador Hogg, who is invading my lands in obvious contravention to the peace. Hayford sows Horn War. I will order him to stand down, and he has listened. New Lord Commander on the wall, Garyon Foot. He's quite a warrior, despite being older. Okay, so you're telling me Russ of the Stepstones can be left away from conspirational factions. I will pay him a visit on my dragon, because he's probably going to be expiring, but that'll happen in the next episode, because I'm going to end it here. We've taken Sunstone, and we finally started encroaching on the Stepstones. Plan on declaring war on all of them at once in the next episode, if possible, and just taking all the Stepstones. It would appear we have to have Russ ruling over them, so he will be our Lord Paramount for the moment being. And I suppose that's fine. I mean, it's not awful. He is a Westerosi, which is better than if we had, say, the Vunatis in charge, a R'hllor believer. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting. And after the Stepstones, I don't know if we take Tyrosh. I thought maybe we would take Tyrosh, and that would be the only of the free cities I think Aegon would be willing to take. Because, obviously, you guys made a good point that he might not stand against slavery, so maybe he'll look to emancipate some of these peoples. So it doesn't necessarily need to be through taking Tyrosh, but we could fight a war for emancipation. And that's very possible. But for now, I want to take the Stepstones, kind of control the, well, the large body of water between Essos and Westeros. This is a key control point of it. Very significant strategic implications, as we know from Fire and Blood, if any of you have read that. So I did want for Aegon to take that, and he can be the king who took the Stepstones, kind of like, I don't know, Roosevelt took Guam, you know? Big deal, of course. Yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, do like and subscribe, and, yeah, see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.